And welcome to the Big T Show. I am Big T, and we are back. Big Boomer, just making sure the sound sounds good because, listen, once you start, you can't go back, And that sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good. 9/11, Sunday 9/11, football opening weekend, full docket. I running a little late, just like in life, always thinking I can just cram everything into the last minute. UPS, I would drive around, have like 11 next day airs, and I would stop, play lotto, get breakfast. Oh, I like this coffee over here. 3 stops, then it's like 10 o'clock. I'm like, yo, I got a half hour to deliver 13 airs all over fucking South Queens. And I would run around like a maniac and like barely get it done. I don't know. I just like pressure. Weird pressure. It's opening um, NFL weekend. Let's double check this again. And just wanted to double check. NFL picks. Listen, it's the Big T show. I do what I want. It's a selfish act of me talking, and I think during the football season, because when I started, it was Burger and the Dog with my boy Reese, randomly drunk on the beach. He went to found out he was going to Connecticut School of Broadcasting. It wasn't the play on Mike and the Mad Dog. It was play on Waikiki Wabbit, an off-colored fucking Bugs Bunny cartoon. Was a fact. The guys they're on an island, and real very cultural inappropriation of Hawaiians and shit like that. Southern Asian people, or Southeast Asian, whatever the people over there. And it just reminds me of my childhood. Those cartoons they don't make anymore, and it was a fat guy in a raft, skinny guy in a raft. Fat guy's look at the skinny guy, turns into a hot dog, tries eating him. The hot dog, skinny guy looks at the fat guy, turns into a hamburger. And my boy Reese is like a skinny hot dog. I'm a fat hamburger. So we called it Burger and the Dog. It was me procrastinating instead of getting on stage. But it was my first taste of being by a mic, real or not. And we're going to get to the bottom of that, too. And I think we're going to be back in the Big T studio in a couple weeks. Things are gonna get back to normal, back in the studio. But yeah, we went out every week, recorded Burger and the Dog. We did picks, we did this, and that's why I'm recording. We got the big picks of the week. We're back, and my first foyer was into foyer is the word. Was sports, and I just always would start talking about shitting, and next thing you know, we're fighting on the air because he wants to talk sports and be professional. I'm over here making shit jokes. But listen, it was fun. Shout out to Reese. And, there's a lot of games going on today. On 9/11, it's a rainy day. I'm watching Kira's dad's dog. Shout out to Drew. And Kira's away, so I'm picking up dog shit for the first time in my life. And it's just me and the dog. And the dog sleeps right next to me. Curls up. She does a pirouette. Beautiful, awesome, cool dog. Right next to my fat thigh. And then she like boxes me into the corner, and I got like just a sliver of the bed. And I don't want to wake her up because she looks so nice sleeping next to my fat ass. And I don't sleep good anyway. Now I'm thinking I'm going to roll over and kill her. I just watched season 4 of The Sopranos when Chrissy got high and killed the dog. Like, I can't live with that. I don't think Kira would stay with me as a fuck. She already deals with a lot, let alone as a fat fuck who rolled over and fucking killed the dog because I'm a fucking fat animal. God forbid. So I was up. I haven't been sleeping the last couple of days as I'm watching the dog. So yesterday I'm like, know what? I made some edibles. I said, I'm dog sitting. All my plans are canceled. I just got to watch the dog, pick up the shit, feed her, the responsibilities of a dog owner. So I ate an edible, and it's the reason I don't eat edibles. I don't know if you can see the look under my eyes. I had to return some videotapes in Rockaway. So we did that, and next thing I'm in Stop and Shop. I bought all this stuff to make pizza. I made a white pizza last night, loaves of Italian bread, all this cold cuts, and like on the way home, I'm at red lights, cracking the bread like a Dutch to roll a blunt, and I'm like scooping out the bread. I'm making salami and cheese sandwiches. The salami didn't even make it home, and I ate the edible before I went shopping, and then it was the white pizza. Then I think I ate all the fruit I had. Fucking cherries were phenomenal. Fucking these strawberries, apples. I just don't stop eating, and I feel like I got like hit by a bus today. But you know what? It's once in a while. Took the edge off of the responsibilities of watching a dog. which is tough, man. Like I like it in intervals. You know what I mean? I can't. It's a big commitment, man. Fucking every day, rain, sleet. It's like a mailman. Rain, sleet, hail, snow. You gotta walk the dog. I don't want to go outside. It's fucking cold out. Like today's rainy, and like I'm such a degenerate. We just got tickets to go to see Roger Waters at the Garden in a suite, the Lexus suite. They gave me tickets to the Legend suite at Yankee Stadium, trying to make me gamble again. Offered me last week, come to the post U.S. Open party at Marquee. Like I almost went, me and Kira, after the roast battle, if I didn't get fucking uh, shafted by the fucking bullshit woke fucking crowd not fucking voting for me. But that's a story for a different day. But yeah, so I'm trying to push through, running late, fucking ate a lot. I feel like a bus hit me. So I had to shower and I want to get my picks out. And I'm going to use this platform on Sundays maybe when I talk, like just maybe break down some games, talk some football. And like I said, it's a selfish act of me talking, however long it lasts. But I know sports. Maybe we'll break down the games that go around the league. Not every week. Maybe we'll see how that goes, and then we'll give the picks. Fantasy's big. And listen, I love talking. This is gonna help stand up. And it's just like all my plans got canceled. Oh, they won. Oh, I can go to Bounce in New York City, free all you can eat and drink. I was gonna do that, and then go to my friend having a sumo wrestling viewing party on his roof. Shout out to Andrew Snyder, but my plans got canceled. I got a responsibility. I got a dog. This lazy bitch is inside sleeping. Just doesn't want to get up. She's probably like, yo, what's wrong with this guy? He has sleep apnea. He doesn't stop moving. He pisses like 19 times. The dog's probably exhausted dealing with me. I'm exhausted dealing with her. She pushes me in the corner. I get no, like, she's a little fucking teacup Pomeranian. But, like in Borat, when they're like, hey, where's the car's pussy magnet? And I told Kira, I'm like, yo, you walk this dog. The amount of I don't know how single guys are out there, like, complaining they're single. Get a dog. Get a cute little dog. Bitches can't stop coming up and petting it. Little kids, not that you want attract little kids, but, like, it's just a pussy magnet. The girls love it. Fucking, it's just, get yourself a dog if you're single out there. And listen, I'm saying that as a happy man in a relationship, an interfaith relationship. I'm only saying, just the attention this dog attracts. You know what I mean? If you're a single guy, get a fucking dog. Stop complaining. You know what I mean? Like, just, that's Tinder right there. You don't even need to swipe. You can look at her, like, look, she's nice with dogs, A lot of people want kids. You can see how they treat the dogs, how they're going to treat your fucking kid. Some girls don't deserve a kid or a dog. But shout out to Carly. I'm going to wake her ass up soon. And CBD in her ass. She's a little nervous, but she loves it. She's having a good time. But listen, it's football Sunday, 9/11. As a comedian, you see a lot of people, a lot of young kids get up. They weren't here for 9/11, and like it doesn't hit them like maybe if you're an older person like myself. I was gonna say someone who's a little older like myself, who saw the fucking whoever attacked them, the Saudis, the fucking government, whatever bullshit's out there. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't make sense. It's still got to be respectful. People get on stage, and sometimes if there's a joke, yeah, you make it. But if it's just making a joke about 9/11, it's not funny. It's like, I feel that's a little tasteless. But it's 9/11, a rainy 9/11, just the best time to fire some action, sit on the couch, smoke some weed, order pizza. I'm making some Detroit-style taco pizza. I didn't eat all the food. I saved some to make for today. I made a rack of ribs. They were frozen. I was chopping at them cold and microwave. Like, shit got bad last night. Maybe I won't even eat today. Don't tell my trainer. But listen, there's a lot of games going on. They're about to kick off. We're going to break down some. Just go through around the league. And listen, if this isn't for you, this isn't for you. But I'm going to win some money. The last couple of years with the big tits, big picks of the week, we haven't had a positive year. But I was 1 or 2 games away. Sounded like a true degenerate. Has I been lighting this joint for 10 minutes? I don't even think I hit it yet. We were 1 or 2 games off from where some of these parlays I would have hit. I could lose the rest of the year and would have been plus money for the year. So I'm not discouraged that we had a couple of down years because I plan on winning. I plan on winning money for people whoever watches. And we're going to have fun. We're going to break the games down. We're going to talk some fantasy once in a while because I'm in a fantasy league also at the 8th pick. I like my team. a little outside the box. People were roasting me for taking Gabe Davis of the Bills. First touchdown of the NFL season, Gabe Davis. Come on. Shout out to Carvin M during the fantasy roasting me. Swift on the Lions, another one of my picks. Roasting me. Watch, big years. We're gonna win you some money this year. And we're gonna have fun, man. We're gonna have fun. The big tits, big picks of the week. The NFL, listen, gambling isn't for everyone, but you know what? I feel like everyone's gambling. I got back from the Amari crime in January when the shit got legal in New York. Felt comics. I didn't even know fucking sports with gambling, because they were giving out free money to Caesars and what have you. But listen, we're gonna go around the league real quick. Selfish act of me talking. It's Sunday. It's football opening weekend. Let's go. The thing that scares me the most is Vegas having so many road favorites. That's a big no-no in the NFL. A lot of them are going to win, but a lot of people are going to have those teams plus the one team that's going to crush everyone's parlay. And that's going to be tough this week because there are a lot of enticing teams on the road against allegedly a lesser team, but it's week one, man. We're going off of what they did in the offseason, what we remember from last year. And there's always the surprise team that takes that next step, And the bettors, they're not on them because for years they sucked. The Bengals of last year, the last 2 years. Teams that make that next step that you don't realize for the first month of September, and you keep betting against them, and they keep ruining your parlays, And Kira, shout out to Kira. She's in New Orleans, not for the game because the game's in Atlanta. But the Saints and the Falcons. Falcons letting go of Matty Ice. He's on his new pastures, for lack of a better word, in Indiana. But they have Marcus Mariota, who was the backup down in, I think it was, for the Raiders for a little while. Former number 2 pick out of Oregon. Big arm, athletic. It takes time in this NFL to mature into the fucking player you are. And speaking of that, the guy who picked before him, Jameis Winston, taking over full time the last couple years for Drew Brees. They took the guy, the white dude, Taysom Hill, the big fullback tight end guy who they throw out there in a Madden style formation. No more Sean Payton. Kamara's back, even though he might get suspended, stomping someone out at the Pro Bowl in fucking Las Vegas, kicking the guy's face in. Typical classy move. The guy's on the floor. Let me just stomp his face in. And you got 5.5. You're laying 5.5 on the road. The Saints. I really think I liked this at first, and then as the edibles wore off, and I was looking at this earlier, I don't know, the Falcons with the points seem like very enticing there because I think Mariota's going to keep a minute. They got this guy London, this rookie, and you had the fucking stud Kyle Pitts. Believe Pitt, the tight end on the Falcons. I think people they're on the Saints, but I think watch the Falcons. Mariota, athletic. I like this game. I can't. Once we get off this, we're turning the fucking thing down. We're uploading it and watching Red Zone. That's crack all day. Games constantly. Here, feed you. Next thing you know, it's dark out, and you're like, what the fuck happened? 12 hours of fire and fucking 8 hours of fire and action. But the next game we have Panthers and Browns. Oh, you love this. No Deshaun Watson. He's out getting fucking not rubbed down. He's receiving therapy for his love of the rubbing tugs. He loves getting his dick jerked off and a nice massage. Who doesn't? I don't. I'm fucking very ticklish. I can't. ADHD. I bounce around. I can't lay there that long. It's not my thing. But listen, we got Baker Mayfield going from the Browns to the Panthers. And this is an intriguing one because you got McCaffrey back for the Panthers. You have the 1-2 punch of Hunt and Chubbs and Hunt in Cleveland. You have, what's his name? Brissett is the quarterback in Cleveland. Just holding it down till Watson and his 10-game suspension. It's just a wild story. It's during a pandemic and this guy's still going to get his dick tugged. You're risking your life. You know what I mean? And a lot of massagers are Asian massage parlors, and that's where it came from. And a lot of them are here illegally, and they could have been in China bringing it here. And this guy's risking a lot besides his reputation, his fucking getting arrested, his fucking career. during a pandemic getting jerked off. But listen, I think it's at 1.5 Panthers. This is a tough one. I like a good revenge game. I just don't like Brissett. Uh, I think the Panthers come out on top on this one. And listen, we're just going around the league till I give my picks. It's an experiment. We're gonna see what happens. Football gambling's in, so we'll see what's up. The next game in a monsoon, like it's probably gonna be raining here. 49ers on the road, Chicago. Another favorite, another heavy favorite on the road. Two already. You got the Saints now. The 49ers who gave the reins over to Trey Lance, running quarterback. Super athletic. I think out of North Dakota State, one of those like low name schools, maybe fucking not even in a Division II, whatever it is, and traded up a lot to get him. Showed some signs last year when Garoppolo got hurt. They still got Debo, Ayuk, Kittles, who I have on my fantasy team. I think he's hurt this game, and you got Fields on the other side of the ball. Quarterback, Ohio State, high draft pick. They had a couple guys, Mooney, Montgomery on the Bears. They could be in a transition, but again, almost a touchdown on the road. Lance, unproven. Sloppy, rainy game. Defense, special teams get a score. Keep it close for the home team. I don't know. It's just scared me. And the over-under's at 38, so they're expecting a shitball, sloppy game. Ball control with the Bears. Don't ask the quarterback to do too much. The guy on the other side of the ball doesn't have that much experience. I don't know. Again, weary of these big spreads early. I would, at one point on one of the parlays, I teased it up to 45.5. Like you alternate spread. You're not going to be good at gambling. You can only try to help better your odds, So that's my play, under 45.5 if I was going to take that. The next game, Bengals Steelers. People talk about Super Bowl hangover. The Rams, they just lost on Thursday to the Bills. Hangover? It was like 18 months. It was like 10 months ago. A hangover? Your hangover lasts a day, 2-3 days, depends on how hard you got hit by a bus. Fuck a hangover. You know what I mean? Like, there's no hangover. They're coming back hungry. Jamar Chase, Joe Burrows, Mixon, T. Higgins, a revamped defensive line, I think, coming back. -7 against the Steelers, who have Trubinsky, who they traded everything for in Chicago to move up to get him, and they moved on from him already. Number 2 pick in the draft a couple years back. Gave him the reins. They have a Pickett on the bench, rookie guy, I think from Pitt. First quarterback taken in this year's draft, I believe. Listen, they're at home, the Bengals. 7, it's a lot. Divisional game. The Steelers last year, at some staggering number, they covered in almost most of their road games in the division. They're tough. But they're moving on, transitioning. They still have Najee Harris, Claypool, no more Juju Smith. I don't know. I just like the Bengals too much. I think the Bengals are primed. They've come out of the gate, show we're the champs in this division. We're going to be Super Bowl contenders this year. We have all the studs. So I think, Steelers transition year, I think they're going to blow the doors off them. I think Bengals take the points. -7, get it down to 6. I put it in one parlay at -5.5. Get them at 6, cover by 7. I like that. But another one, the trend continues. A lot of buzz around the Eagles team. Jalen Hurts, fantasy stud with the arm and the leg, get you multiple points. They trade for A.J. Brown, fucking number 1 receiver. They have Devontae Smith, who they traded right before the fucking Giants were about to draft him, a stud out of Alabama, against the Lions, who fought last year. They might have only won a couple of games, but they fought in a lot of games. Dan Campbell, a lot of pride, ex-player. They have Swift, they have Goff in his small fucking hands as quarterback. St. Jeans or St. Regis, some shit receiver. DJ Shark, Huckabee, whatever, the tight end, the fucking stud tight end on the Lions. Again, on the road. 5.5 to the fucking home team getting points. It scares me. A lot of people are putting these in the parlay. The lines that Vegas wants you to eat up. And just one team's going to ruin so many parlays. Which one will it be? At one parlay, I took the Lions at +10.5. And just for a parlay. Everything's parlays with me. It's never, but that's -220. Just throw it in a parlay. I took the Lions in one parlay plus. I have a bunch of small ones. They try to entice you. Oh, put this money in, and then we'll match that. They try to get people going the first week. And I'm betting small. The big Tits Big Picks of the year this year, it's only going to be 200. We're doing 1,000 the last couple of years, but 200's reasonable. I'm not trying to get sucked in. The 76er game against the Raptors where I cashed out early for, to be honest, $130,000 parlay that was going to hit. And I cashed out early because I was so high on 420 after a show, not realize that I hedged. It really fucked with my, I was, things got crazy last year. So what I'm trying to say, and I'm still going to do my picks, but 200's reasonable. But I have a couple of things going with smaller parlays where I put a bunch of picks in. And the Lions are one of them at plus 10.5. The Eagles can come there and just throttle them. But I expect the Lions have a really good offensive line. I took Swift. He's one of my sleepers. He's not really even a sleeper. I think he's going to be a stud pick in the draft. The fuck? Fucking James Montillo. Shout out to James, friend of the show. Fucking message me. I woke up late, James. You get it. All right, well, listen, another one. Road team getting 7 points against the Colts. Matty Ice joining the Colts. And already a good Colts team. Wentz just shit the bed last year. You had Jonathan Stewart, the Russian leader, the Russian champ, just carrying people into the end zone. MVP type, yeah. I'm not sure if he won the MVP or not. But Carson Wentz shit in the bed against the Jaguars or maybe the Texans the last game of the year. One of the two. They just had to win. They fucked up the last two games. Moved on from him. Get Matty Ice behind an awesome offensive line. Michael Pittman. Who else do they have in the receivers? But they have Jonathan Taylor, Michael Pittman, and Matty Ice in a dome playing most of their home games. I like Matty Ice to have a bounce back year. A little older, but not asking to do too much. Run the ball, do Taylor, play action, Pittman. The Texans, scrappy team last night. Braden Cooks, Davis Mills at quarterback, scrappy defense. Again, a touchdown favorite on the road, but I think the Colts are legit this year, and I think the Texans are another year or two away from being a little more competitive. You know, listen, it's tough. The opening week, we're going off of what we remember last year. Preseason, they don't show their hand, but I got the Colts. I took them down to minus 5.5. I like getting it within that range, because Vegas is usually on point. You bring it down a little bit, But I still like the Colts, even on the road. That stadium in the Texan Stadium is just beautiful. It's fun to play in. It's not like there's no weather issues there. But another good game. AFC East, Patriots at the Dolphins. This line's been moving, I think, up and down. I don't know who to think. Are the Patriots the real deal after last year? Mac Jones having a real Cinderella rookie year. I don't know. The Patriots, you never know when the other foot's going to drop. That it's the year that they made the wrong cuts with players, didn't pay that player, and the team suffers. But it seems every year they don't. It's the weirdest thing, man. It's the weirdest thing. The Dolphins went all in. Tyreek Hill from the Chiefs, Waddle from Alabama product, reception guy. They got 12 receptions in a game one time last year. They got a couple of good running backs. Solid defense on the Dolphins. This is a tough one. -3. The home team usually gets 3 points in the NFL. So they're saying this is an even game. I stood away from this game, but that's a good one. Patriots Dolphins. It's hard to tell. Belichick early in the season. Tua, they say he has the most accurate arm in the league. I've yet to see it. They still got Galetsky, the fucking tight end. Yeah, give me the Dolphins there. But they're not part of my pick. Next game, Ravens Jets. No Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson out here fucking his mother's friends. And not just like some random older lady that said yes. Like a smoking hot, you would whack off to this lady. You know what I mean? Like there's a difference of, I just wanted to come. I fucked this old lady. Or, wow, that fucking hot, fucking Real Housewives looking lady, my friend's mom. I don't advocate fucking your friend's mom, but that's what this guy did. NFL quarterback. It might have been his girlfriend's mom. Jesus Christ, Zach Wilson. But he's hurt. That's karma for you. You got the Ravens, Lamar Jackson representing himself as an agent. I don't know if he's too cheap to pay the 10% or just doesn't like with UPS, I didn't need the shops do it. I'm paying to be in the union for some safety for when I get a DUI in my uniform. But when I was in the office, I know my rule. I know the rules of the book. I don't need the shops to do it. It was me screaming, defending myself, and that's what Lamar Jackson's doing. In the trade for Deshaun Watson, they guaranteed him $250 million, which is unheard of in the NFL. This is the last year of his rookie deal. Pays him like $22 million. Lamar Jackson, he wants a fully guaranteed contract similar to Deshaun Watson. They gave him a deadline of like last week. It came and gone. So now they're going to play the season out, gambling on himself, which I fucking love. Go out there, prove it, get even more money, or they can franchise tag him at the end of the year, and that'll pay him $40 million. An average of the top like three guys at his position. $40 million a year, guaranteed. It's a nice number. You want long term stability, but no one. You start getting into that high franchise tag in a position, especially like quarterback, on the road. It's going to be raining. The Jets in the Meadowlands. Joe Flacco. There's like the high rate. Like you got the Mayfield, you got the Flacco. There's a couple other guys that are playing teams they used to play for. Revenge games as you would. Flacco, can he show up? The Jets are adding small young pieces. The running back, try to put it together. Fucking get away from that old regime. I don't know. 6.5 again on the road. Which one of these teams, are gonna let everyone down with their fucking parlay? Nah, it's gonna be tough, man. Someone's gonna ruin a parlay. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We're gonna see next week. But I took the Ravens again. I like them. 5.5. They traded away Hollywood Brown in the offseason. I just think they're just a better team. Better defense, Papa John's, better ingredients. Give me Lamar and those boys. I think I do have them in the big tits, big picks of the week. Another one, Jaguars, Trevor Lawrence, stud out of Clemson. We got Kirk, an iffy free agent pickup from the Cardinals. People were like, oh, you gave all this guy money. This is the third string receiver on the team. The Commanders trading with Carson Wentz, or picking him up, I forget, but they have Carson Wentz. Giant fans know him, the Eagles. Colt fans know him as shit in the bed the last two games of the year against bottom feeders and not making the playoffs with a stud MVP running back having an all-time year. I look forward to having him in the NFC East. Jaguars, they have this guy, Etienne. I think they were teammates on Clemson. But this is -3. This ain't an even game. And it looks sunny in Washington. I'm going off my phone here if you see me looking away. Yeah, I took the Commanders. I got talked into it, listening to some guys speak the last couple of days. They have Scary Terry McLaren, Antonio Gibson, Logan Thomas back. They don't have Chase Young, the stud, who, again, the Giants were about to pick, I think, and they picked right before him or moved up. Yeah, I took the Commanders. And you got to be careful. They're adding weapons, Marvin Jones for Lawrence, who tossed the ball around the yard. So stay tuned. I like the Commanders, but that seems like it's going to be one of those fun games of young guys. And see if Wentz doesn't throw the ball to the other side of the team, fumble, get sacked, and really make me curse this fucking piece of shit cunt. I'm already cursing him. Who knows how the game's going? Another game. This is why you got the red zone or the ticket. Chiefs Cardinals. Open like this is a gift from the NFL gods. Mahomes on the road, favorite 6.5. I stood away from this. Kyle Murray just got his big contract. No DeAndre Hopkins injured. I know suspended. PEDs. I never understood that. I know you can look at my body, like yeah, you don't know what a performance enhancing drug is besides Blue Chew. But the Chiefs Cardinals. The Chiefs traded Tyreek Hill. They added what the fuck they added? They added a couple of running backs. Oh, Juju Smith-Schuster from the Steelers. Cardinals added Hollywood Brown, who's on my fantasy team. I'm expecting big things. Kyle Murray fucking sliding out of the pocket, slinging it downfield. Hollywood Brown, big 60-yard touchdowns, couple a game. I'm calling that, even though I have him on my bench. 6.5 on the road. I tease down the under. I think there's going to be a lot of fireworks. And tease up that Cardinals also. Keep it, get it at double digits. Get some fucking -200 plus 10.5 Cardinals. We'll see what happens. I like the Cards getting points in that game. Another game, Raiders Chargers. We're getting into the afternoon games. We're almost done. Wrap it up. Then we got the big tits, big picks of the week. Raiders Chargers. Raiders traded for Devontae Adams, the stud from Fresno State, who was on the Packers last year. The rapport him and Aaron Rodgers had was just an all-time combination. But listen, he needed a big contract. They gave Rodgers $50 million a year. You can't pay everyone. And they got a bunch of first-round picks or whatever they got for him. Raiders going all in after their playoff run last year. Derek Carr, I don't think he gets enough love, but I think he's a serviceable but good quarterback. Great, I don't know. Waller, Roberts. They have a rookie running back. They're going to push Roberts out. I forget the guy's name on the Raiders. Chargers, Justin Herbert coming out of fucking Oregon. Stud. Fucking Mike Williams, Keenan Allen. Who's the fucking... I think they got one of the Bosa brothers still. Solid, really solid defense. Eckler. Just stacked. I love the over in this one also, and I just love the Chargers money line winning outright. Revenge game. Play in for the playoffs last year. The Raiders won, and I just think the Chargers are hungry. They're gonna make that big leap this year, and I think they rout them here. Another game: Vikings Packers. I got Dalvin Cook as my first pick, running back. No Devontae Adams with the Packers. No Lazard. They bring in Sammy Watkins. I could be hit or miss that fucking guy, or injured. Probably injured. Vikings. Some people have predicted MVP for Kirk Cousins. I don't know. Kirk Cousins? Listen, they got Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, Delvin Cook. They got the guy Matheson as the backup running back. I forget who's the tight end. Good defense, solid defense in the dome in Minnesota. Again, now it's swayed. I think it would open at the Packers, and now the public money's on the Vikings, which scares me. But I brought that up to, you get them at plus 7.5. That's what I did with that. I don't know. It's another one of those fun games. See what happens with the Packers and see about this excitement with the Vikings. A couple more games. The New York Football Giants, my Giants, fucking handing David Jones the ball, giving him the reign again. I don't know. I would have went to a different direction. He really hasn't showed me much. Saquon Barkley. Is he going to stay healthy? Is he the stud that everyone sees once in a while? Is he just got injured and waste of a pick that you don't waste running backs in the first round or a dime a dozen? You can get a serviceable one with a good O-line. I don't know. Titans moving on from A.J. Brown, drafting a quarterback out of Liberty. This little speedy guy, I forget his name. Matt Hasselbeck not happy. You know, we heard it all before. We've seen it in movies, even Another Given Sunday, Matt Hasselbeck, non-mobile white quarterback. They bring in the speedy, young, athletic black quarterback. There was a movie about it, and this is the storyline that is the NFL. And he's not happy, disgruntled old guy. Well, we'll see what happens. They brought in Robert Woods from the Rams, traded A.J. Brown. The Giants, they're the Giants. We'll see what happens. They're getting 5.5 on the road. Bring that up. The Giants might be competitive. The Titans, maybe in a transitional period. Who knows? Oh, he still got the king, Derrick Henry. I don't know. Afternoon game, watch the Giants, see what happens. I don't know. I don't know about that one. I can see it. Giants just getting steamrolled also. Then we have the night game tonight. We have 2 more games. Then we'll give the big tits, big picks of the week. Got the Cowboys and the Bucks. Last year's first week, the Cowboys then got throttled by the Bucks. The Bucks came out hot. Is there turmoil in Tom Brady's life? His wife leaving him, Gazelle, and that nice pussy of hers. Who knows? He's been kissing his son, not kissing Giselle, staying away from the team. Godwin's been hurt. Leonard Fournette came in like 60 pounds overweight. There's a lot going on there. They still have Mike Evans. Gronk retired. They lost some of their defense. The Cowboys. I got Dak Prescott. I got most of the Cowboys for whatever reason just worked out that way. I got Prescott at my quarterback in fantasy. Pick up Zeke as my running back. He was there later rounds, and then I picked up Pollard as a safety net to Zeke. But also they incorporate Pollard into the game. He's a great back out of the backfield, catching passes. Really good fantasy find and just stash him. Cowboys on the road getting plus 2.5. Easily bring that up to plus 3.5. Bring it all the way up to plus 9. And you can throw that in a parlay. I don't know. I think it's going to be... I think the Cowboys went outright, let alone taking the points. And I hate saying that as a Giant fan. That leaves us Monday. Another revenge game. Seahawks trade Russell Wilson to the Broncos. Stacked with 2 running backs, Melvin Gordon and Javonte... What the fuck's his name? Javonte motherfucker. He's an animal. He tosses people off their body. Jerry Jeudy, Colton Sutton, maybe Tim Patrick. Some freaking African dude, tight end. I forget his name. Obuwambi or something. Real good. Seattle, trading on from Russell Wilson. Got a bunch of draft picks. They have Geno Smith. Jet fans remember him. Geno Smith at quarterback. They still got DK Metcalf. They still got Tyler Lockett. So they got the receiving stud receivers. They have Penny at running back. They got Noah Fant, awesome tight end from Seattle in that trade. But I just think that Denver's making the move unless Russell Wilson fell off a cliff, talent wise, and we've seen a big drop. It's like another, I think it's 6.5, 7. And are they on the road? I didn't screenshot that Monday. Yeah, again on the road, home team on the road. I picked the Seahawks, the Broncos money line. Why'd I do that? Because that'll be the if I'm so fortunate that that's the last leg of the parlay, and I have a money line. So whatever it is, let's say I can win 15,000 or whatever the fuck it is. If I take the Seahawks, they're plus 240, so I can put 1,000 on them. That brings back 2,400. So that's a nice hedge. And that's what you do. You take a favorite as your last pick, so you can hedge and guarantee yourself some money. You put 2,000 on it, you win 5 instead of you win 15 and on one end, 5,000 on the other, and guaranteeing yourself thousands of dollars. But I like the Broncos here. Really good defense. I have them on my fantasy. And yeah, that's it. That was Sunday football, 9/11 opening week. I'm pumped. I'm ready to go. The game started already. We'll start doing this early, but I just couldn't get out of bed. The fucking edibles hit me hard. I don't eat them anymore because I go down the rabbit hole and I get fucked up. But I did a 6-teamer. The big tits, big picks of the week. 6-teamer. I took the Bengals minus 5.5. We brought it down minus 150. I hope, I'm going with the 3. Oh, no, they're at home. They're at home. I'm expecting big things. Big things. Joe Mixon touchdown. Also, I like Colts minus 5.5. Also, again, Jonathan Taylor minus 240 to score a touchdown, anytime touchdown. I love those. I love those bets. You play the right matchup, opening day, opening game. They want to set the precedent for the season. This is our workhorse back. Let's feed them. Ravens, I think just too much for this limping into the opening game. Jets team, Joe Flacco, I don't know. Minus 5.5. Commanders at home. Those are the 2 road favorites I took. Commanders on the road at home against the Jags. The Commanders, I can't even say that. The Redskins money line. Chargers at home. Raiders money line, and then the back end of it, the Broncos money line against the Seahawks on the road. We're gonna hedge. If we're at that point, doesn't matter. We're hedging anyway, and we're gonna be in a good spot to be plus money the first week of the NFL season. And listen, a 200 pays. 200 pays. Come on. 200 pays 33.20. $200, and that's what, instead of basing it off 1,000, we're doing it off of 200 this year. So 200 pays 33.20. The big tits, big picks of the week. Bengals, Colts, Ravens, tease them down. Alternate spread minus 5.5. Then on the money line, Redskins, Chargers, Broncos. 200 pays 33.20. I like these picks. This has been the big tits big picks of the week. Big T, the Big T show. We just did a football centric show. Maybe I'll go around the league. Listen, I watch every week. Go around the league each week. We'll see. Maybe we'll just break down some games or do some of the show, and then we'll just break down the picks. We'll see how it goes. But I'm going to try to win you guys some money this year. I love it. I love talking sports. This is all off the top of my head, just looking at the teams and what I remember happened in the offseason. But I love this shit, man. And so do other people. We'll see if people like it. But listen, have fun. Fire some action. Don't fire too much. Coming from me, that's tough. But listen, this has been another episode of the Big T Show. Remember, be the person you are when you're high. Later. See you next week.